Yo, 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 what is up? Hopefully all good, hopefully all good. Welcome to another video. We are doing a recap of the year goals. Some goals, some recapping. Hopefully looking at the past goals. I have everything in this nice notebook right here. This is where I keep the things, the records of what I do. I don't think there's anything crazy here, but I'll just show you. It's like the 1 year apart. It's the wrong way around, whatever. Yeah, that was from 2023, and it's a lot of things have happened since then. So I think we'll go through what I wrote for 2024 because I think it's quite interesting. So for 2024, I wrote down. So I did these status updates like video games because I thought it was fun and I thought it was funny because I'm pretty sure I did this on a plane. No, the original one I did on a plane. That's what happened. So in 2023, I did a status update in a plane. So I was bored. It was a long flight, so I was just like, well, might as well write out what happened this year. And that's what I did then. I don't think I did this one in a plane. No, yeah. So yeah, let's get right into it. I don't know. Anyways, basically, the status update is as follows. Well, actually, I'm not gonna go through. Well, I'll go through it quickly. So I went from sales 1 to 10, for learning 65 to 75, mental health 80 to 90, social skills 70 to 75, customer support 0 to 5, and mental fortitude 40 to 60. These are what I wrote for 2023 to 2024. So the 2024 year. So 2024 all the way to the start of 2025. That's what I wrote then. And the takeaways for that year were patience is usually the answer. If you aren't getting the results, you aren't doing the work, which obvious, but yes. Focus on more, then better, then you. And prioritize. Don't plan stacks. Oh, don't make like stacks of plans. Yeah. I used to make a lot of plans. That's what I did. I enjoyed making plans. I no longer do that because I realized most of the plans I made were never fulfilled. They just kind of stuck around. I just spent a day writing a plan. I mean, I just didn't follow that shit because it turns out most of the things you need to do is just doing the work. And once you do the work, you realize, oh, I need to do this. You don't need to like make a plan because you're not like a giant fucking business. You can change your business at like a drop of a hat. It's not very difficult. It's not a big ship to turn. So making plans make really no sense because you don't actually understand what the things are that are going to lead to growth. So yeah, that was a problem, but that was pretty much fixed. Oh, also I had at 2024 for some reason I had a lot of problems with like self-esteem and like comparing myself to other people, but not like in real life because obviously not a lot of people are doing business at 17 or 16 or however old I was. So I would just compare it to people who are 10 years older than me on social media, mostly on YouTube, which was weird. Because like that doesn't really make sense. I wrote a lot about like how that really doesn't make sense and why would you think like that? Anyways, that's no longer a problem, so I guess I've improved from that. It was just a weird thing that happened. And then the goals were to found an LLC because I did not have one. I was just doing business. That's not how you should do things. I'll tell you that much. Then were 2K a month. Then SOPs and find your niche. Then a lot of proof in the form of videos, and then doing my university courses and have fun. So I guess we'll go through how these were fulfilled. So first of all, the LLC, I did that. It was in the first few months, so it was a long time ago, but yeah, that's done. 2K a month. I don't know what I meant by this. I think I meant the whole year, so 24K gross, but I'm not sure. Because why would I not write 24K gross? I understand. If I meant I want to have a 2K month or be making 2K, oh, that was probably it. I probably meant I want, by the end of the year, I want to be making 2K a month. Which, if you like take the last 3 months or 4 months, yeah, I'm averaging about like 1.8K. So yeah, and I'm gonna go over 2K next month or January too. So it's about achieved, I could say that, because obviously business have ups and downs, and it's not, especially me, I have very big contracts, so all the money comes in, and then next month or something. So yeah, that's something, but yeah, I could say that's achieved. SOPs and find your niche. So this, I kind of have an SOP, but it's basically just for making the text for our website. Other than that, everything is just in my head, because I'm kind of changing it as I go, so it doesn't really make sense to write it all down. But yeah, I've gotten more procedure and more better at doing basic websites at a faster speed. And find niche. Yes, I found that. God, I don't know why I'm so sniffly right now. Oh god. Anyways, yeah, I found a niche. It's pretty much WordPress plugins, and they pay a lot more than just websites. So I'm hopefully gonna double down on that. I currently have 2 customers in that niche, so they also usually do stick around, which is very nice to have like long-term customer base. Pretty much for upkeeping the plugin, making sure everything's fine, and adding new features and such. So that's cool. So that both of those are kind of agreed. SOPs not so much, because I just don't know why I wanted to have those, because it doesn't really make sense. Why I need to write them down if I like remember all that. I don't have employees, so I thought, I guess maybe I thought that having SOPs would like help me with future employees, but wouldn't I just want to do it better in the future? Well, anyways, video models, I don't remember what their name is. Anyways, basically those. No, I did not do that. I guess the reason is it's kind of annoying. I could do it like currently. I have the kind of customers that would be happy to do it, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's something that's helpful, I guess. I don't like believe it would help. But, you know, I guess it is what it is. Maybe it would. Maybe I should do it. I don't know. I shall ponder on that. Do my university courses. I did most of them. There's 2 left, so that's unfortunate. I couldn't do more. I was gonna, but it is what it is. Anyways, have fun. The last one. I did have fun. Yeah. Alright, then let's go for what I wrote for, no, that wasn't 2020, that was always 2025. And this is 2026 recap. God, I'm not really making sense. Anyways, let's go over what I wrote. I just wrote this like a few minutes ago, so, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, for the status update, I wrote that sales has gone from 10 to 20. I think this is mostly just from doing more sales. I didn't like focus on any specific part. I mean, actually I did at the start of the year, so maybe it has gone up even more than that, but I don't know. I think my sales has gotten better, but it's mostly just confidence and in the product. So I just know the product is good, so I can just be more confident in a call. Obviously, it's my experience too. So yeah, I think it's fair to say. Obviously, these are from 0 to 100, so that it's kind of a scale. Then there's problem of Dunning-Kruger, um, which means I don't really know how good you could get because I'm not good enough. So I'm trying to be kind of conservative with the numbers. Learning, I put 75 to 75 because I don't believe I've gotten better at that. And also I think 75 is a bit too high for me, but that's what I wrote, so I'll just keep it consistent. So I just put 75 again. Because I guess I learned some new study tactics, but it's not like crazy. Yep. Mental health, I put 90 to 85. I just believe I was a bit happier into last year. No real reason. Oh, I guess there is a reason of just me not being able to take a break. Like I would like to take a break right now. I even took a break for the last few days, and it's just I'm a bit tired, so I would like to like stop for a week, just take a break, and I can't do that. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Social skills, they've improved definitely. I wrote down 75 to 78 because I think 75 is again too high. But I definitely think they've improved. Even though I've been home alone a lot, the times I have been outside, I have been making an effort to emulate people who are better in social scenarios than me, and I think that has shown its ripened fruit, whatever. I reap what I sow, whatever, that kind of thing. God, this is taking a long time. Let's go a bit faster. This is a lot better if you could like see it because it's like, well, I guess it is what it is. Customer support, I put 5 and then to 15. This is a lot more just helping customers how to deal with problems and such. I think I've gotten better at that. Mental fortitude, 60 to 60. I think again 60 is quite high, but basically, okay, just wait a second. And let's continue. So yeah, that's mental fortitude for you. Yeah, I was thinking of if it actually improved. It's hard to say because I think 2025 I had not that many challenges in the way of like I needed to defeat mentally. So it's hard to say. I would just say mainly maybe it even weakened because I had some because I had like a more regimented schedule in 2024 or 2020, yeah. I don't know. But yeah. Next, I put business sense. This is basically a skill of like business in general. I thought it was a good addition to the skill set, and I'm probably gonna have to remove a few of these next year because I think there are a bit too many, and some of them are becoming not too important to my life. So I put that from 1 to 5. Alright, final takeaways for the year. What are we taking away? I put don't try to force something that isn't working. More will bring you new. This is basically my thoughts from getting into these bigger deals and dealing with the WordPress plugins and such. That's like a really good niche for me, and I didn't like try to find my way into there. I just took the opportunity when it came, because that's when the market demands it, you can fulfill. Also, I was trying before I was trying to force my way into this kind of marketing agency pipeline, which I didn't even enjoy. I didn't enjoy marketing. I didn't want to do marketing, but it seemed like the only way to like actually be profitable. So I was just gonna move into that. But it's definitely been eye-opening being able to do these plugins and such. It's definitely way more fun. So I'm happy this opportunity came, and definitely taught me something about being able to just wait it out until you have an opportunity and then taking that opportunity. Because, what's luck if you can't use that luck? Anyways, the next thing I wrote was the more distractions you have, the more the business growth will slow. This is kind of word salad, which doesn't make sense, but basically what I meant was that every distraction I have, kind of every time I've reduced the amount of things in my life that I need to be focusing on, my business has just grown by default. I didn't have to make any changes. By cutting out distractions, the business simply grows. I don't mean like YouTube as a distraction. I mean like school or university courses, all these kind of things that could distract. Even the getting a driver's license, all this stuff that just hindered my ability to do business. Just opening up from that gives you so much more room to breathe. So yeah, definitely something to think about in the future, and especially this coming year when I have pretty much nothing. I have 2 university courses that are going to be for the first 4 months of the year, and after I'm going to be very free to do whatever I want. So it's going to be very interesting. Good things will come only when you work harder than you thought was necessary. This is the same thing from those the niching down to deal with the plugins, and it's basically because the only reason those offers came was because every time I thought I would stop outreach, like I have a client now, I should stop. Every time I was about to stop, I told myself I wouldn't stop until I had a deal closed, because at that point I could start working, and that would mean that I wouldn't have like a break, and that meant I had a lot more leads coming in than I had previous times. I could drop a lot of the bad ones. It would be okay if people didn't respond because I just had too many people contacting me, and I could have some of these very good deals that came to me and be able to take them and be able to do them even simultaneously. And it's really really showed me the power of like doing more work than you would expect, because that's when you get more than you would expect. You would get something you can't even really imagine. Now that's some words. Then good customers make a good business. That's just facts. This is the first time I've had these customers that I'm doing the plugins for, which just aren't very price sensitive. They just don't care that much. Price is like a different thing from them. For them, it's like they're making enough money to not care if I'm, they just want it done. That's the kind of point. They don't care about the little details. They don't like want to know every little thing. They just give me money and tell me to do it. Just get it done. That's been so much better of a business relationship than like people who are micromanaging, making sure every single dollar, blah 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 blah. God, it's annoying. And that I haven't had to deal with that with these 2 clients, and it's definitely improved. But definitely more stressful because I put myself in these tight deadlines because I really want to deliver good work to both of them. Because I believe like they're both very good customers, and I would like to keep a working relationship with them, and I probably am going to keep one because at the end of the day I do deliver the work. But yeah, that's been what's on my mind for that. Oh, there's the wrong page. Those are my takeaways. Probably some things I forgot, but those are the things that came to mind. other than that, the goals for next year, I want to 3x the business. So this year I did about 11.5k, so about 12. So I'm gonna triple that to 36k gross. That's the goal. That's about a 3k per month average. That's quite high, but last year I went from 3.6k to 12k, which is a little bit under 3x. So I'm going to have even more like free time, and that should lead me to being able to actually do the 3x. Increase price considerably. Is definitely something, because my time is kind of the problem right now. I work about as much as I can. I'm not a very high work capacity person, so I think I have to raise prices, and that's something I just have to deal with. Yeah, just raising prices is definitely something that needs to be done. Double down on niche, get more customers who are doing plugins, who need plugins. That's definitely something the thing I'm best at, and the thing I should focus on. So definitely doubling down on that. And then finish up my university courses. That's of course gonna get done, and then pay my taxes and the VAT, because I'm now getting the VAT index and start being a real business. Yeah, that's about what I was thinking for the goals. I think they're quite achievable, most of them. The 3x is quite high, but I believe in myself and being able to do it, and hopefully it's gonna happen. That's all what it's about. This video is getting long, so I'm gonna end it here. The next video might be the recap of the whole year. Might not. We don't know. Probably not. I'm gonna be quite busy. We'll see. I'll make it at some point, definitely, because I want to have those videos. But we'll see. Alright, peace.